Welcome to all the new subscribers. I appreciate the interest in these videos that I'm creating. It encourages me to continue making them. It's nice to know that people find it useful. Also, if you're willing to donate and if you attach a request to that donation, it bumps up the priority of things to do on my to-do list. So, as with this video, somebody made a request with the donation, so here I am making it. On to figuring out how to connect Excel to interactive brokers. First, we need to set up our data feed, which requires logging into the Interactive Brokers website. Under the profile icon is user settings. Then under trading platform is market data subscriptions. And on this page is market data subscriptions, current GIFS subscriptions. Has a little gear icon, which takes you to the list of available data feeds. Find which subscription you need. For me, I'm using CME real-time data, which is under level 2 deep book. So this gives me access to futures trading data. There are some steps after this one to continue setting up the actual subscription. Just so you're aware, I set it up previously, so if you want to use your paper trading account, you need to enable sharing of the data feed by going to the menu on the left hand side. Under settings, select account settings. On the right hand side, there is an entry called paper trading account with a gear icon. Set it to yes and click save. Now that the data feed is set up, we can connect the Excel spreadsheet to Interactive Brokers desktop application. First, we'll start with the documentation on how to set up Excel and how to connect it to the app. But the first place in the documentation is for legacy capability that doesn't work anymore. Not sure why they have it still in the app in the documentation, but whatever. So looking at the current application in the settings window, it doesn't match up with the documentation, but the settings window does have a link to the proper documentation. And it says all you have to do is enable the ActiveX and socket clients option in the settings window, which I've already done because of the previous videos where I'm working on setting up the environment for this software. So check those out if you have time or interest. Now we need to start the DDE server. The TWIS or TWS API folder that is referred to in the documentation is something I downloaded in the previous video of setting up Interactive Brokers. I believe the video is called Starting a Software Project for Interactive Brokers. Next, we need to navigate to the folder TWIS or TWS API and run the script, and it does nothing because I don't have Java installed. Just verifying that it's not actually installed. So going to the Java website and downloading Java and installing it. Now that it's installed, try running the script again, and we get a window that says it's disconnected. So that didn't work. But it doesn't work because the port number that is set by default is different than the port number I have set in my settings. So I need to change that. Then back to the script and add the port number to the command line. And now it's saying it's connected. Okay, so this is the Excel application that is in the samples folder, referenced by the documentation. There's a lot of stuff here in this Excel spreadsheet, but I'm going to stick to the basics in this video, no deep dives. So if you click the request current time, it'll update the time, letting you know that it's actually communicating with Interactive Brokers. Next, you select one of the symbol rows, then click request mid data. It says in the dark area that it is subscribed and is showing data. I assume this is updated regularly and subscribed, but I haven't played with it enough to know exactly how this is working. But from the code that I've written, I did have to disable the subscription, otherwise it kept reporting data. So I assume it's communicating constantly with Excel. So you don't have to keep clicking the button every time you want it to be updated. Also, I assume the cancel button stops that updating of the information. So moving on to another tab, this is my account settings, which is able to get the available information. Next up is listing the subscriptions for the account. Not really sure what this is used for, but I'm just testing things out to see, to make sure that things are working. This tab is the market depth or order book tab. You have to select the symbol again, then click request market depth button, which gives an error because I'm not subscribed to this specific data feed and I'm not subscribed to any of these. I'm not sure what the rest of these tabs are, just testing to see what works. If you'd like me to go into a deep dive on any one of these tabs, just let me know. I can create a video for that. Again, I'm missing permissions or subscriptions for that data feed. This other error, security definition, has not been found. Means that the security type, whether it's stock, futures, etc., is incorrectly formatted. It's either the symbol or the security type or the exchange or the currency, basically the attributes of the contract. But this is where the example fails. The API has the ability to provide better search results, and that's what I was able to accomplish in my Python script that I wrote in the other videos. But this Excel spreadsheet isn't set up to take in the needed information to search for and get information about a specific asset. Switching over to the search tab to find a given asset with the contract details doesn't work. I'm only getting stocks that have ES in the name. It's not listing any futures, contracts, or anything else. As I said, they need to add these attributes. For example, the exchange or currency or security type or local symbol to the search criteria. Any combination of those so that we can refine our search to get the appropriate asset. But I just switch over to my code and get the needed details from there. This video isn't about how to modify this Excel spreadsheet, but again, if you would like to see more detail about this, leave a comment or go on to Patreon and send me a message there. Back to the market depth order book tab. I'm adding the E-mini futures contract details to see if it pulls up the order book. And I have to use the contract details from my code to specify the correct information, but it gives me an error. This is because I entered the information into the wrong cells. I have to cancel the market depth and then request it again so that it clears the error and reuses the new data I entered. And with that, it is now working. If you would like for me to go into more detail about this Excel spreadsheet, leave a comment or feel free to donate and let me know that way. A donation elevates priority in my long list of things I need to do. So I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching.